It's been a while since I've made a gameplay analysis video, so today I'm going to showcase a small preview of my raid and shoot offensive system. I'm playing one of the Fright Night events in Cut that's only half a game with 3-minute quarters, and I'm using Hawaii's playbook. My opponent has already scored, so this is my first time getting the ball. First down, I see 5 in the box, I'm checking to a run. If you like power runs, this is the system for you, because the core run of this system is going to be 45 quick base, which in this system's terminology, since we're running to the left, would be known as 87 base. And this is the blocking scheme. We're going to get a down block by the center. We're going to have these 2 linemen down block to double team this guy, and then one of them is going to leak off and pick up the second level defender. And then our pulling guard is going to wrap around and kick out the end, with our running back following behind.
From their own 25-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Crosses the 30 to the...
We picked up 6 yards on that first run, so it's 2nd and 4. We see a 5-man box. We're going to run 87 base again, or known in the game as 45 quick base. My opponent pinched his D-line thinking this was going to stop my run game. It might do a decent job at slowing down inside zone, but against power, this can handle it just fine. It does change up the blocking scheme, however. This lineman's going to crack back block him, center's still going to crack back to block him, but now instead of getting a double team, he just takes him, he kicks this guy out, and the guard is going to leak through the hole to pick up the second level defender.
The give on the inside. Fighting off the defender. Able to work it.
We have a new set of downs, and my opponent's already tired of me running the ball, so he put 6 defenders in the box. Now it's time to throw the ball. We're going to hit him with some quick game called Thunder Suzie. Thunder has the letter R in it, so it's going to be the fade out concept to the right. And if you run it to the trip side, the third receiver knows automatically he's also going to run a speed out. Suzie is the backside concept, which is a code word for slant. So Thunder Suzie would be double out concept on the right with a slant on the backside. My opponent's in man coverage, and I see a lot of open grass back here. So I've already predetermined I'm going to throw the slant. I just need to make sure this defender doesn't sink in the window.
To the air.
I don't know what he did with this guy, but as long as he's not in this window, I'm throwing the slant.
It's Chang. Makes the grab.
2nd and 4. I don't see a second level defender in the box, so we're going to check to power.
They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender.
Next play, my opponent is in single high with 6 in the box, which means it's time to throw the ball again. And I want to hit him with some more quick game. I called the play quick slants from pistol spread and changed this receiver from his normal flat route into a speed out, which makes this Omaha Suzie. In my high school's offense, the quick game concept Omaha was a slant by the number 1 receiver and a speed out by the number 2 receiver. So this is the front side concept, and the backside concept is Suzie, which is just slants. Omaha is great versus man coverage, cover 3, and cover 4. We're reading this flat defender. If he kind of hangs in the window of the slant and gets out leveraged by this speed out, then we're going to hit him right now, knowing that this corner is playing some type of deep zone responsibilities. But as he flies to the flat, then he's going to leave a window for the slant.
Looking down.
As we see, this corner is backing off, and this flat defender has stayed inside, hanging in the window of the slant, which means we can throw this speed out.
Field on first down. Quickly
Next play I'm going to call is this blast screen, and honestly, it's a really terrible play stock, but it has a really unique property that actually makes this play really good. The unique property is that this is one of the few screens in the game that you can actually hot route. So what I like to do is hot route this running back on a swing and treat this like a halfback swing screen. After you throw the ball, this receiver who's normally responsible to catch the screen is going to turn upfield and become a blocker. And then you have 2 more blockers. And with 3 lead blockers, you can get your running back out on the edge in space.
Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. There he goes.
The last couple plays, my opponent's just been running a drop zone cover 3 sky, so I felt like now is a good time to call a bubble screen. Last play, my opponent user the guy over the trips, so my prediction was either he was going to user this guy and be looking inside to stop the run, which will allow me to throw this bubble, or if he did not user this guy, since he was going to call a cover 3 sky, he was just going to zone off and allow me space to throw this bubble.
Together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Back to throw, it's Chang. Zings it complete to the right.
Now, my opponent is pissed. With how successful my run game and my quick game has been, he's now resorted to cover 0. And that's okay, because one thing about this offense, with the amount of plays that feature a 6-man pass protection, your opponent straight up cannot play cover 0 against this offense. If they want instant pressure, they have to send 7. If they send 6, they're going to get cooked. On the right side of the play, we have the concept Thunder, which is the fade out concept. And on the back side, we have Suzie, which is the slants concept. What's unique about this version is that this guy is actually on an option route. Against man coverage, he'll convert into a slant, but against certain zone coverages, he'll convert to a hitch. Since this is man coverage, he's going to run a slant. And unfortunately, he drops the ball.
Gonna swing it on second down. Clock stops.
On this 3rd and short, I decided that now was a good time to take a shot. So I'm going to call one of my vertical concepts Oscar Snake, and I'm going to motion to trips. Oscar stands for option routes. This receiver is going to run the option of either a post or a dig. And this wheel route is going to run an option of either running the wheel route, curling up, or running a dig. Once I motion this receiver over in form of trips, I'm going to put him on a 10-yard dig. If it's zone coverage, this dig will occupy the hook curl defender and open up a window to hit this option route. If it's man coverage, then we're going to hope that this guy or this guy beats their man. And based on the coverage, this could potentially turn into either 2 dig routes or a dig and a post.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Did you notice how with this motion, this defender followed the receiver across the formation? That means your opponent is in man coverage. And with a single safety over the top, you can probably assume that this outside receiver, when he runs his option route, is going to convert into a dig, which means you should get 2 digs over the middle of the field.
Gonna look downfield again.
So we have a 10-yard dig, and we see that this receiver converted into a 15-yard dig.
The throw to the outside is complete.
Earlier in the drive, when I ran Thunder on the right side, you saw me run Suzie on the backside, which is the double slants concept. Now, I'm running Oscar Snake on the backside. So that's the cool thing about this offense, is that there's different concepts you can learn, and there's nothing stopping you from pairing 2 different concepts together.
Now, that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Good timing.
Next play, with this alignment out here, I thought he was going to let me run it again.
Looking to fire.
He shaded down to play hard flats, so I couldn't throw this. I get my eyes on the Oscar Snake concept, and honestly, I didn't trust this throw because I thought this guy was his safety. Because this guy's wearing the new Florida throwback jerseys and it's purple versus blue, I got confused and thought this guy was his safety. It ended up being this guy, but the combination of these two in a black end zone just kind of threw me off, so I didn't trust this throw. You can see that having a vertical concept on the backside really affected his user because he starts sprinting back here to chase and try to get a pick, which leaves the middle of the field wide open for me to scramble. First and goal from the 4, we're going pistol spread, and we're going to run a fake fly, 51 speed option, and we're putting pressure on this guy.
I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
On the option.
Looking at this defensive end who's the read key, if his shoulders are parallel to the line of scrimmage, so if they're facing this way, then we're going to cut up with the quarterback. But if his shoulders are square up with your quarterback, then we're going to pitch the ball. What direction is this player's shoulders facing? They're more parallel to the line of scrimmage, which means we're going to cut it up. If you want the most potential out of this raid and shoot offense, you will definitely need a quarterback who can run. Unlike the traditional air raid offense, in this system, we're going to be running read options and speed options more often.
And he'll step in the way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game.
After that interception, I have 22 seconds to get into field goal range. My opponent has been playing mostly cover 3 the entire game, so now is the time to run 500 jet. In my high school's offense, jet was our deep shot 3rd and long play. It had a bunch of option routes to the point that depending on the coverage, it could turn into either 4 verts or double post or the Mills concept. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to replicate this play. So just to make things simple, I'm going to make jet in this offense just a simple 4 verts. Or in this case, divide special, because it's actually really good.
Looking downfield, it's Chang.
My opponent is so used to me throwing quick game that he doesn't know what to do with his user once he sees me push the ball vertical. We're splitting this safety with these 2 receivers, and this option route is going to get in this window.
Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25.
And a few plays later, I would kick the game-winning field goal. This is just a quick preview of my raid and shoot offense. I definitely did not showcase everything that this offense has to offer. If you've been wanting to have a better rushing attack and a stronger vertical passing attack, I think you're really going to enjoy this offense. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to learn more about this new raid and shoot system. Be sure to join my membership if you want to have access to my full defensive system. Go out and win more games, and I'll see you in the next video.
Single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big time playmaker outs.
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown!